right. What it do, brother? How you feel?
Man, I feel godly, brother. I feel godly. Feel must give much gratitude. Give thanks for Bump That Radio. How you feel?
Man, I feel pretty good, man. Can't complain. If I did, it wouldn't do no good. That's what they say anyway.
Indeed, man. Indeed. Is it snowing up there with y'all?
No, not today. It snowed a couple of days ago, but I can tell you it is cold. It
No.
is real cold. It's blazing cold. Yes, sir. Where you at, Nashville?
Yes, sir, man. Down here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
And yeah, man. Uh, Getting ready to talk about what we about to get to talk about, man. Whether it's
Yeah, let's
music
get
or
to it.
whatever.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's see here. I see that you were originally from Nashville as well.
Yes, sir. I originally am born and raised. Grew up on the east side most of my life. But I've lived all over Nashville. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but I claim east side. I'm definitely east side baby, but I got love for south, north, and the west.
Okay. Okay. All right. So this is the Culture Exchange, brother, where we welcome listeners to a journey beyond borders, where stories intersect, traditions collide, and understanding blooms. The Culture Exchange isn't just a show; it's a passport to the human connection. That's what we feel over here. And I want to welcome Jaffee Judah from Nashville, y'all. So y'all give it up for him. And understand he's the founder of an amazing nonprofit organization called Recycle and Reinvest. Can you tell us about that, brother?
Yes, sir, man. Give thanks for giving out this opportunity to speak about the work that we're doing in the community with Recycle Reinvest, which is a local grassroots organization, 501c3, focused on closing the gap between trash and crime. And what that looks like to us is um, providing, job opportunities for youth who've been impacted by the justice system, uh, youth who live in uh, food apartheid areas. They have the lack of access to like healthy food options, or they have low tree canopy areas, or they have like an increase of or influx of trash and
Mhm.
crime in these neighborhoods that they live in. So what we strive to do is um, we provide them with a opportunity, to uh, become more environmentally aware,
Okay.
become more environmentally aware, as well as to get introduced to the green workforce, right, in urban forestry, and get an opportunity to do something different, um, as opposed to the other alternatives that are traditionally kind of pushed on our youth, which are also solid, but there's a lot of space. There's a lot of you know areas where I feel like a lot of Black people could advance in urban forestry, and back in Nashville, we deal with a level of environmental racism that Recycle Reinvest also strive to raise awareness about through uh, litter pickups with our street healer crew.
Okay.
And we do these litter pickups with our street healers. Uh, we used to do it like every month, but now we do it more so uh, for like special occasions, or if we get a inquiry that someone needs of our service. Um, but yeah, the organization, man, I just kind of broke down a little bit about what we do and who we are. But the organization was started back in 2018 when I was released from prison back in 2013. And while I was out, after I was out for about a few years, I wanted to start my own organization with a few of my other friends, Joseph Bosley and Kamita Wilson. We all three together are the co-founders of Recycle Reinvest. And we wanted to start the organization because prior to us starting a business together, we were established in our community as a tribe called B4L, which stood for Bang for Liberation. So Recycle Reinvest was the avenue that we took to really kind of start taking this thing more serious when it comes to providing, or not providing, but also creating jobs, creating jobs for our community in a space that isn't often, I feel like, visited or adequately approached, or talked about as it needs to be for us. Because there's a lot of different, white-led organizations that kind of have a stronger spotlight and kind of control that narrative sometimes. So, which kind of, it can sometimes whitewash the words or, not have a certain level of language that don't connect to our community, right?
Yeah.
So we strive to provide education on waste management for low-income areas and, job opportunities for you in the green industry, in urban forestry.
Okay. What gave you that idea? What gave you the idea to start that?
Man, I would say I give a lot of credit to God, because I didn't go to college, but when I had got out of prison, I wanted to be involved in my community, but I didn't know how, and I didn't really have a lot of money. But I wanted to be involved with the area where I was from. You feel me? I was out east. I was starting out east.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to notice how there was trash in the community as I was volunteering for other organizations. And I was like, man, it's hard. It's one thing. It's like, okay, we passing out turkeys. We doing everything that we doing. We getting knocking on doors for politicians for the voting and stuff. Like we doing I'm doing a bunch of volunteering, right? And I'm like, we doing all this stuff, but it's like, how we talking about change if the community dirty? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how we talking about change if it's like people hungry? You know what I'm saying? Or like, how we talking about change if it's trash everywhere? And it always seemed like it was trash in the hood or like in the trailer parks. Or, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if it's trash out there in them suburbs, but when I've been out there, I ain't seen nothing like it is where I was.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it was like a thing of like, what can we do? And really, picking up trash just started out as like a mindful activity for myself. You get what I'm saying? Because I just wanted to do something to keep my mind on something positive. So I would go back out to my hood and I'd just be picking up trash sometimes. And then one of my partners, who was my mentor, he was like, you can turn that into a nonprofit. You can get grants. And he started breaking down the industry. You know what I'm saying? Breaking down the industry to me. And once he started breaking down the industry in the nonprofit industry and stuff like that, I was like, I said, I feel like I can do that because I did some other stuff in the past. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I feel like I can do that. That sounds easy, And that was like 6 years ago. So that was 6 years ago, and we've been rocking with it ever since. And I already, like, before I started the organization, I already kind of had like a little following. You know what I'm saying? Or like a little. I was respected just like in my section. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In my section. So I'm a community baby. You get what I'm saying? If you know what that means, like everybody in the community pretty much know me. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been growing up. So it was just one of them things. Like I was like, oh, this is a way that we can create, a job for ourselves and others. You know what I'm saying? Like this, if we do it right. And that's what I wanted to do. And I was like, man, we just gonna pick up trash. And we started picking up trash. Then I started learning about sustainability, environmental justice. I started becoming aware about I would say how policy played a role, how manufacturers played a role, and how community divestment contribute and played a role.
Right. Okay.
And we started like kind of just putting all the pieces together. And it was, we decided we're gonna, pick up trash and recycle, but we're gonna reinvest in the community. So when we do our trash pickups, we collect the cans and we transfer that in the kegs, and that goes back to organization. And it was a way for us to literally recycle and then reinvest. So it's like now we'll end up having like a youth program where we end up having a festival, and like we started having festivals called the B4L Festival. And every year we do a festival every year in the hood. We pass out healthy food. We like bring like a little mobile zoo to the projects. And then we do like we have a conversation about what is sustainability, introduce the triple bottom line, people, planet, profit, and kind of walk them in, and also talking about what is environmental injustice. We talked about what is a food apartheid, and basically, the area that we work in South Nashville, they don't have access to no grocery stores within like 10 miles. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to go 10 miles to go to the nearest Save-A-Lot. You get what I'm saying? So it's like the work that we do is like we try to raise awareness about, hey, this area need a grocery store, or this area, needs some. This area's been neglected, as far as like, with the trash, or sometimes it's a park. Sometimes it's a park that we need to raise awareness about, because like in Nashville, they said 7 out of 10 kids don't have access, like 10-minute access to walk to a park in a safe distance, right?
Oh, really?
Because it's because of how, man, the city is just like so.
And this is
certain areas of the city is so dangerous.
pretty much within the city, right?
Say what?
This is within the city, right? Pretty
Within
much.
Nashville, yeah. So I'm in the inner city of Nashville. I'm working within the inner city. Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Because I can say, man, I had to do some community service myself for about 90 days, and I had to work in the park district, and having to clean up all that garbage and everything out there, it made you look at it and see it a little differently. Here it is, you have a park where you can come to chill, relax, and just enjoy. And the things that people do to the park, leaving the park is terrible. So it definitely gave me a different outlook on that. You know what I mean? So you guys, have you all been trying to expand a little bit?
So we definitely we've expanded our board. Right now we got about a solid 5 board members. When it comes to as far as staff, I'm like the only staff member right now. But we do contractual work where we can hire people for projects, whether that be for an event or whether it be for a youth program. It's not a thing. We're not at the capacity where we can necessarily hire them as an employee with the company, but we can hire them for the project. So let's say the program is a 6-month program.
Okay.
So the contract would be, hey, we want to hire you for this project, and you're gonna be the program coordinator, which is something we did this year or last year, because we in a new year. For the year of like, 2025, 2024, we did have to hire out when it comes to admin, to assist with, just running the whole, company, because I can't be everywhere one place all the time. You get what I'm saying? Right. It's like I definitely have to hire out for certain projects, but until we're able to, reach that full operational budget for the organization, we won't be able to hire anyone full time right now. So, I'm definitely working way more than 40 hours a week, from organization. But that's not, I don't I don't get paid a 40 hour, because that's not why I do it for. You get what I'm saying? Because we was doing this work before it was an organization. But the fact that we are blessed enough to provide me with some type of payroll for doing the work. And also, like I said, hiring out so other people can carry out the work is truly a blessing. And we looking forward to, that day where we can reach that full operational budget, which is why we got a fundraiser coming up on Earth Day called Earth Day in the Hood.
Okay. And when is
that? Now, what is that? What is what?
When?
That is April 19th on Saturday. Earth Day in the Hood is a experience that we created back in 2022 as a way to give BIPOC communities, low income areas, access to Earth Day events and education about environmental stewardship and environmental responsibility. A lot of times in the city where we live, events like Earth Day oftentimes don't get shared with communities like ours. So we wanted to kind of change that, and we wanted to, highlight some of the healthy hip hop conscious artists in the city who's making great music and who are talking about these things that we can include with the events. And we also, like I said, we have things like a mobile zoo, and we have things like tie-dye workshops and waste management education and eco-friendly workshop tables, face painting, a bunch of different, a variety of things going on, man. But it's all about, educating the people, or really learning from the people how we can not only live more sustainably, but also be aware of the environmental injustice that impact our neighborhood where we live.
Okay, definitely. I definitely commend you on that there, brother. That's definitely pretty dope right there. Can you tell us more about the podcast that you got, Blkblood Podcast?
Yeah, so Blkblood is under my Jaffee Judah LLC. That's a separate business. I like to keep that separate, so that way we don't have no troubles. But under that umbrella, Jaffee Judah LLC, Blkblood Voices, that is the podcast where I highlight Black and brown stories of success. In doing my work in the community with Recycle Reinvest, I had noticed how there weren't enough stories from people that either looked like me or had a similar, background, or was in a lane.
Basically, just saying Black, right?
just in Black. Yeah, it's not too many.
What it is.
You feel me? And I had noticed how, like, man, I was like, man, if I could, have those have some conversations, off, I guess, like off a Zoom call, or like, a little more in depth. I want to be able to learn from these people. So I really created the podcast as a way to like have a conversation about business, but it's a way to learn, so I can learn about business, because I'm an entrepreneur myself. You get what I'm saying? But I also only really wanted to hear from like Black and brown stories, because like I said, like in this lane that I'm in, when I was having conversations with certain people and I was learning about what they were doing, and I was like, man, that make a great interview, So, and that's kind of what happened, So it was a way for me to do something else. I feel like we have a capacity of what we want to do, or what we could be available for. And I have a capacity of how much I want to be in the community. You know, sometimes I want to go do my public speaking, or I want to go do I want to go do my rap thing. Well, you know, I want to go do something else.
So you an artist as well?
Yes, sir. I'm an artist as well.
Okay. Well, haven't we got your music already then?
I'm gonna send it to you right after this.
All right, sure. Cool. Most definitely. But what I want you to do for us is tell the people how to get in touch with you, how to find you, your organization, and things like that.
Man, awesome. So tap in with us at recyclereinvest.org to learn about all the community building that we're doing in Nashville, Tennessee, and help us close the gap between trash and crime and provide job opportunities for youth. We do believe that a job can save a life before a bullet can. And tap in with us on Blkblood Voices podcast and come, you know, learn more about, you know, what it looks like behind the scenes, you know, when I'm engaging with these Black and brown entrepreneurs and learn about their stories of success. And also tap in with our newsletter that's sent to the prison. We send it every quarter. If you're interested in submitting some art, you can submit it on jaffeejudah.com. Like I said, jaffeejudah.com to tap in on that prison newsletter, music, and everything we got going on with the Blkblood Voices podcast.
Okay, great. You know, I think I hate that we had to put you off the last time because we was trying to get Darrell on. I think he'd be a great person to speak with you. So I'd like to invite you back to where we can have a more extended conversation.
For sure. You know what? This Saturday, I'm doing my B4L watch party. So I have a Mobile Melody podcast interview coming out soon to learn more about B4L. Now I love to send that to y'all, and man, we can keep building because I'm definitely here to build. Yeah, man, I love to. I'm definitely here to build, man. I'm really about, like I said, about action, all streams going forward. And let's connect, bro. Let's connect and impact for real.
Let's do it. I'm all with it, man. I'm all with it. And that's why I like talking to people like you. You know, I kind of dib and dab a little bit, but I'm trying to get more focus and be out here in the community more. So that'll be really dope. You got any parting words, anything you want to say to the people and the listeners, anything at all?
Man, I want to say thank y'all for listening. Keep tuning in to Bump That Radio. And this year, 2025, it's the year of divine development. My pastor said we're gonna be powered by love and guided by vision. So I give as they give it to I give it to y'all, man. Blessings for it.
That's what's up. That sounds powerful right there. Yes, y'all. That's Jaffee Judah from Nashville, Tennessee. Blkblood Voices podcast, Recycle and Reinvest. I appreciate you having your own there, brother. My name is P.O., and we will definitely be getting back with you real soon, man. I love to talk to you again.
Indeed. Salute, God. Y'all have a great one.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Peace.